This video is going to very quickly show you how to install the latest version of NetBeans. We're going to use this IDE for our Java 2.249 class. So again, go to Google and type how to download the latest version of NetBeans, and you click on search. And the first link actually is the link I'm looking for, right? And already it's already version 12. So if you have an old version, you can think about it to download a new version. Or if you are fine with the old version, is okay. Then click on this link, and I'm looking for Windows 64, for Linux 64, for Mac machine, right? In our case, we need to download this file, I believe. And you can choose this file is fine. Let me see. Yeah, I already downloaded this file. So you save this file into your download folder. Again, let me show you. This is one, it's suggested, right? So I just download this guy. After you have that one download into your download folder, you double click on it, you follow the step-by-step instruction. Don't change anything. This is very important. Don't customize. Again, don't customize. Why? Because in the future, if you work on a project and you talk about folders, if you customize, you use your own folder, I'm going to confuse. I cannot help you efficiently, right? So if by default, everything going to be on the default folder, so everything going to work smoothly. So after you download, and if you didn't see it anywhere, you can always go to start and looking for NetBeans. Do I have a NetBeans installed? I think I do. But where is it? Let's looking for. Oh, you can type it. Yeah, Apache NetBeans, right? It is here. After you download, it should automatically here. Then you can pin it to start, or you can pin it to text bar. I already pinned to text bar, and you can see that here, right? And if you open it, it's gonna take a few. Well, this time is very quick, and it's the very beginning. It's gonna give you the start page, tell you some information. You can always bring this page back. But in my case, I'm not introduced the start page. You can read it by yourself, right? Then this is the IDE. IDE, so-called IDE. NetBeans IDE is one of the Java platform. It has a editor, compiler, debugger, all in one, all together. It's very convenient, right? So first time, if you want to use the IDE, everything, remember, everything is a project. You click on project, and you will see have so many different choices. And I already figured out in this case, for our case, for the first few chapters, you can choose Java with end. If you want to know more about Maven, Gradle, you can do a Google search. I don't want to explain that to you at this moment. And also make sure Java application is selected. Then click on next. Then it can ask you the project name. So you can choose the default name, but that's a general name, very confusing. You can choose like a module 1. Better don't have a space. Or, CIT 249, something like that, right? Let's just temporarily choose that file. And the location, you need to remember the location. Some student, put a name here and click on finish, then don't know where to find his files. So that's a bad habit, right? So remember the folder, and you can navigate to there. So let's see users use your username document. Let me verify. Do I have that folder? Document. Yeah, I do have that one. I already created last time when I installed it. And if you start from scratch, run a program you haven't have it yet, you can choose this option, like create a main program. And if you create a main program, what happened is, you see that in your project is have so many folder, subfolder. Don't worry about it at this moment. The default file name with project name created for you, and you also have a main method because you check the text box. If you want to see something from here, right? And you can see at the time you type, it's prompt you the valid command. I type a single quote. You see, hello world from awesome building, right? Then you can run the program. Either right click on the file, run it. You can see that in your case, you're going to have 100 errors. In my case, there is no error, right? You can see that hello world from Beijing displayed on your output window. You can also run your file from here. The same thing, right? So this is how to create your first program, start from scratch. Only have one function and one main function. So when you finish your program, usually what I recommend, close all the project. Don't worry about output. Output is temporary window. Close all the stuff and don't be nervous. Where's my stuff? You can very easily go back. All your file, you can see that is here. All your file is here. And most important, the Java file you created is here in this folder, src, and your project name folder. So this is one way to use the NetBeans. One thing I want to mention, before you download NetBeans, you have to have a GDK installed, right? You have to have your GDK installed. So if you don't, it's gonna prompt you, I didn't find your GDK. So you can go to Google, download the latest version of GDK. You can start from there. I have another separate video to show you how to do that. But a lot of time, I already have a certain file. For instance, if I think this is wrong chord. This is 249. If I already have a group of, for instance, I download the chapter file, right? I download chapter file. I save it to somewhere. It goes to Cengage. That's very unfortunate. Okay, thank you. Give me a prompt. Let me save it. I put it here. Don't worry about the 149 folder. I just choose a temporary folder, right? And you can go there and you right click on it, extract all, extract. You will have a same folder without a zip. You better don't double click on the zip folder, enter it. That's going to cause a lot of trouble, right? So right click, extract all, then you have this folder. All the file is in this folder. For instance, I already have this many file I download somewhere. I want to use NetBeans to run it. How do I do that? You can do this way, right? Click new project, make sure and application is selected. Uncheck this main class because I don't need it. I already have this many files, and I believe every file already have a main method. Not this guy. Let me see. I believe this guy have it. Right? I already have a main method, which means I don't need NetBeans to generate a main file class for me. I uncheck this, then make sure my project name is chapter 2, for instance. Then I finish it. Then at this moment, you should know that you have a folder automatically created for you. See users, your username, document, NetBeans looking for chapter 2. This is a folder you created for your project. And there is SRC folder. This is very important. For instance, if you want to work with the file you download a few minutes ago, right here, this mini file, you can copy all this file, right click, copy, and go to see users, your username, document, NetBeans project, the one I just created, SRC folder, right click on it, paste, see what happened. All the file listed here for you to work with. That's so awesome. You see that? You double click on any single file, double click on the file will display here. And this one don't have a main method, you cannot run it, right? And this one also don't have a main method, you cannot run it. And this one have it, and you can run it, right? You can compile, you can run it. And this guy have a red icon, which means you have some error for some reason, right? This is something you can figure it out later. So this is how to use NetBeans to work on your files. I introduced two ways. One is work on a file. I check the main program, a single file. I work. If I don't have a file already to put into my NetBeans project, I can create one with the main method. You can choose don't create main class and main file for me, and later I can do it by myself, right? You can choose that one. And also I introduced the second one, how to work with the file I can download. Then later I copy back to the SRC folder for the project I created, right? Remember that folder. Then I can have it in my NetBeans project. If you want to open a project, you can go to here, the NetBeans folder. See users, your username, document, and NetBeans project. If I want to open this, you click on open. You bring that project back. That's so awesome, right? You can start from here. And we're gonna use a lot of NetBeans for this class. And this video gonna just show you how to download, install the NetBeans IDE. And keep in mind, don't forget that you have to have GDK installed in your machine. GDK by default is going to be in this folder. C, programs, Java. I have the latest version, right? Like I mentioned, I have another video to introduce you how to download the latest GDK. And when you do the configuration for NetBeans, the first couple of steps, they're going to ask you, where is your GDK? You tell them here, right? Tell them here, the bin. They need the bin folder. If you already installed the default folder for GDK, NetBeans can automatically find it. So choose the default option is very important. Don't customize, don't try to be cool at this moment, right? Customize a lot of stuff and you confuse yourself. And the most important, you confuse your instructor, right? And I think that's all we need for this environment setup. And we're gonna start using NetBeans IDE a lot for the rest of the chapters. And thank you for watching.